Ladies and gentlemen, the show will begin at 7 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sin City Strap. We're coming at you live from the Nerd Bar in downtown Las Vegas. Coming in first, we have from 10th Planet Costa Mesa, the 22-year-old purple belt, Brandon Tran. Let's try that again. That was just a test run, and you all passed. Our first competitor. Here we go. Our first competitor from 10th Planet Las Vegas, Jordan Worth. And next, Errol Fields. Good, let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen, nice and loud. Those of you at home, let's hear who we want to have win. Let's go, chat.
Yeah, the mic off.
Timekeeper, ready! 8-minute first round, guys. Submission only. Overtime only if there's no submission. Go to TBI overtime round. Okay?
Check, check.
You guys want to shake hands? Do it right now, please. Thank you. Go back. You guys ready? All submissions illegal. No slamming out of subs. You all equal. This is a good fight, okay? Timekeeper, ready? Ready? Go!
Here we go live. Sin City Smackdown here at the Nerd, downtown Vegas, Fremont. Jordan Worth, 10 Planet product, up against Errol Fields out of Dunham Jiu-Jitsu. Jordan Worth jumping to close guard now. Looks to be working that mission control to omoplata.
Yeah.
Beautiful scramble from Errol Fields here. Off to a furious pace.
Fields eager to get in and start putting that half guard top pressure. As long as Jordan stays flat there, he's going to struggle just a little bit. So let's see what his lockdown looks like here if he can put it in.
Jordan working to get that right side underhook here. Errol doing a nice job of keeping him flat though, trying to work that left leg out of the half guard.
He's turning that cross face on the opposite side of the underhook, which is interesting. He may be looking to set in this near side underhook and pass on the opposite side. Boom. Nice pass. Look at that regard recovery right there.
He's
Look
working
what
that
trying to
jailbreak.
do.
Very flexible, Jordan Worth.
That's madness.
Yeah, most guys would need to assist that with their other hand. Jordan was able to pry that leg in there without touching it. Errol Fields, known for his conditioning, hardly ever gets tired. You can see him keeping a very fast pace here, not slowing down. Jordan trying to get this fight somewhere into his world.
When he's playing this lockdown, he's definitely looking to get that underhook on the same side. And now he plays a position that we call the whip down, and he's able to steal either the underhook or steal the base, and he's coming off to a leg lock with it. Into the double outside Ashi position. The heel's covered though, so let's see what the...
Yeah, Errol doing a nice job of keeping that safe. Jordan may settle for top position here.
Errol thinking about slipping around to the back there. Gonna be hard to do from that position, but not impossible.
Yeah, they're in quite an entanglement here. It's definitely going to slow down the action a little bit.
Yeah. So he's playing a position, the way he goes after that there, he calls it the X break, and now he's exposed to the heel, and he got the tap. Nice.
Nice job by Jordan Worth.
And our winner by outside heel hook, Jordan Worth. All right, chat, get ready for our next competitor. Coming out of Gracie Barra Northridge, Pedro Serrano. You can get louder than that. Come on, let me hear you. Much better. And coming out of 10th Planet West, Los Angeles, Nico Radchik.
Come on, Nico. Hey guys, submission only. I'll bring it back. Time, keep it ready. Ready, guys? Go.
Match number 2 off to start here. Pedro Serrano in the blue rash guard, Nico Radchik in the purple and black.
Straight into a leg lock right away, and he's going to play for the straight ankle lock there, the way he's keeping his elbow closed.
Not wasting any time trying to
Very
finish that
interesting.
one-arm straight ankle lock.
Hard pressure, looking to just pass straight through it.
Yeah, Nico doing the right thing, or I'm sorry,
Nice.
Pedro doing the right thing here by keeping that head pressure, trying to stay heavy.
He's looking for an inverted arm lock against it, but he's still stuck in that same spot. And now
Nico is in pretty deep still on that ankle. Pedro remaining very calm, though.
yeah, very calm. Nice work. Good job untangling the leg and then looking to attack the head. Nico going to stay in the leg lock attacks, though. Switch off to a reverse De La Hiva. Maybe looking to spin under if he opens too much space. Here he goes.
Yep, good call.
Exposes that Kimura in the process, though, and now he's into an arm lock attempt.
Put himself into a deep arm lock here. He's going to have to try to stack.
He made
Nice
it,
job.
He made it in. Let's see if this cage comes to be a factor. It's not something you usually think about just as a straight grappler.
Switching off the back control now, looking for that body triangle. He has it.
That's really nice work, and he's
Oh,
got the
that's in
choke
deep.
in. That was beautiful. I didn't see him slip it under, but
Wow.
he slid right under there.
Yeah, from our angle, we couldn't see it, but beautiful choke.
And our winner by rear naked choke, Pedro Serrano. All right, Twitch chat, let's get those predictions ready for who's going to come up on top here. Coming up first, out of 10th Planet Fullerton, your friendly neighborhood Huicho Carmona. And his opponent, Anthony. From Chapel Hill, BJJ, Anthony Edwards.
All right, 2 matches, 2 quick submissions. Match number 3, about ready to start.
So just a reminder of the rule sets here. It says EBI rules. They're doing 8 minutes in the first round, and it's 1 round of overtime if it were to go to it until the final, in which we'll do all 3 of the overtimes, just like EBI.
Should be an interesting style matchup here. You see the difference in body type. Weicho also coming from an MMA background, whereas a lot of longer players normally like to play close guard or look for leg locks. I think Weicho may opt to be heavy on top. Neither fighter willing to sit guard at this point.
So I'll get a little bit of a feeling out process. He gets in on a single and they get a pull guard with an arm in guillotine right away.
That's a deep
That could be
guillotine
deep.
too.
It could be deep.
Weicho trying to find a way out here.
He needs to stack in on top of it. He needs to stack in, get his weight on top of it, or he's going to go to sleep. Yeah.
Beautiful guillotine, arm in guillotine.
Man, that came on fast. That was sick.
Javier Garcia. Javier Garcia, you're up next. Wherever you are. Javier Garcia.
Javier's from CSW.
And your winner by guillotine, Anthony Edwards. All right. Are you guys ready for your next match? These are flying by quick, chat, so make sure you guys get your predictions down. Who's going to win with what? Coming up first, fighting out of CSW, Javier Garcia. Found him. And his opponent, representing 10th Planet Orange, Julian, the Wild Child Waterbury.
Do we need him?
Javier Garcia, Julian Waterbury. So we got CSW versus 10th Planet here.
Yep, Julian, another guy, MMA background, very heavy top game, likes to use guillotines to sweep, tricky leg locks.
2 big guys for this weight class too, it seems. They feel like they're a little bigger than some of the other guys. Gonna wrestle a little bit on the feet, test each other out. Looking for a Russian tie there from Javier. Waterbury shakes it off, steps forward, tries one of his own.
See both fighters jockeying for underhooks here.
Yeah, definitely fighting for the upper body rather than changing levels and getting in on the legs.
Right, nobody willing to shoot just yet. There's
Here's
one. In on a nice single leg here. Beautiful takedown here.
And he
Gonna end up
finishes
in,
past the guard, maybe on the back here.
looks like he's got one hook in, might be looking for the trunk position.
He may already have the choke in as well.
Yeah, this is in pretty deep. Julian needs to fight that hand
Julian's in
off the
bad
back of his
trouble.
head. He's going gable grip behind the neck. It's a weird position to defend because he doesn't quite have the second hook buried, but that one hook is really cranking the hip on the near side.
Man, he's able to fight through it. That's good perseverance. It was a good look right off the bat by Garcia, though.
It's a testament to the toughness of Julian.
Yeah, and well, Garcia was ready for that choke. As soon as the transition happened, it was something he was looking for and ready to play.
He's not out of the fire just yet. Javier's got those long legs.
This one's clean. Julian on his way out. Nice play. Let's see if he looks to recover that deep half on the far side there, maybe.
Holding on right now to that quarter guard here, looking to possibly sit up to hit a switch maybe, he's looking to turn into it, but now he's put himself in back control with a trapped arm.
And he ends up getting the reversal. Beautiful.
Beautiful job. There's that top game I was talking about earlier.
And will this cage come into play right here? I think possibly. But again, you're talking about 2 guys, like you said, with MMA experience, maybe not as big of a factor.
Right. Look at this Darce grip here behind the neck. He's going to try to tip Waterbury onto his side. Nope.
Changes the back and rolling onto that choke again. He's so quick with the arm under the neck. But Waterbury's defense has been pretty good. But
And you can see the dexterity in the legs of Garcia. It does a real nice job of maintaining that back control.
That was an excellent, technically efficient escape from that back position there by Waterbury. But I'd like to see him continue out that way rather than rolling back and exposing the back again.
Exactly. He needs to turn into the opponent and maybe try to get some kind of a half guard with an underhook. Right on cue here. You see him looking to get that right underhook.
He could be in trouble with the head and arm choke on the far side, though.
He wants to be careful not to let that leg go to mount or side.
You know, you see that Waterbury there keeps his neck stretched, and when you're new, you think maybe, you know, the best idea is to shrug to prevent those chokes, and that does work often, but a lot of times it's opening that neck and really exploding your posture out is what gives you the opportunity to survive some of those deep plays like that.
You can see Waterbury's holding on here, remaining nice and calm.
But he's got that angle again. He's keeping that angle consistent, just scooting his back to the mat. Maybe an Americana attempt right here, though.
It's going to be hard to finish from that position. It can be done. Might use it to mount, though, if Waterbury decides to bridge to escape.
Maybe expose that far side arm lock if he can clear his knee here. But
right.
Waterbury hanging onto that lockdown, that's going to be really hard, and you can see he's already bailed.
There we go. Now he's up on his side here. Maybe look for closed guard. Javier looks really heavy from this position, though, doing a real nice job of not letting Waterbury open up at all.
Yeah, it's been all offense from Garcia. Waterbury's showing good jiu-jitsu, but he's showing it from a defensive perspective. It's hard to win a fight like that.
Right. Beautiful pass to side now. You can see Waterbury looking for that escape. See how he's pummeling his left hand down by his hip? He's going to try to scoot out the back door here, but he may end up in a north-south choke. And looking in on an anaconda now is Garcia. I can't quite tell from here if he's got his bicep locked.
I don't think he's got he may have the figure four. I can see his left hand starting to creep up towards the lung there, but use it to spin out to the back. Yep. Take that Khabib grip on the far side, and again, he's on the back.
Yeah, you can tell Garcia is a real heavy back player. I mean, he likes to go to the back from all positions.
Waterbury, excellent at escaping this position. He's looking to reverse with a Kimura there, as you can see.
I agree. Very fundamentally sound escapes. Just can't quite seem to catch up to the pace of Garcia.
Looking to catch this empty half back here, but he's got a Kimura grip on the far side. Mm-hmm. Those things like that, they can turn quickly. You know, he's got the arm pulled away from the body. He's got the figure four put together, and he's going to get a possible look at reversing it.
You might be careful to get arm locked here,
yeah,
though.
Man.
Again, Garcia ends up on the back. Got a seatbelt grip here. Stuffs one hook in. Going to try for the other. Gets it.
Rolls again. Now with two underhooks. Starts to try to work this bottom choking arm. Waterbury again, though. Looking comfortable.
Yep, going heavy to that weak side, trying to get his head and shoulders pinned to the mat.
The thing with, you know, being comfortable with your defense, though, you can't drop your guard for 1 second.
Yep, especially with a guy like Garcia.
Here's a great example right here. He's going to be across the jaw right here, and he's starting to slide in behind the neck now.
This looks to be pretty deep. Waterbury's showing his toughness, though.
He's exposing himself to this rear triangle. Let's see if Garcia makes the play.
Waterbury very crafty here with his defenses. Got to be frustrating somewhat for Garcia, who's been on the back now for the majority of the fight. Can't quite seem to get the finish.
He's got a good angle on that one.
Yeah, he's
I
definitely
can't see if he's
deep.
under the chin.
And that's it. That's gonna do it. Garcia finally gets a tap from back control.
Really
Beautiful
dominant
job.
performance.
And your winner via rear naked choke, Javier Garcia. All right, our next competitor, fighting at a 10th Planet Costa Mesa, Brandon Boutrin. Both your sides are your good sides. And his opponent from Cobra Kai, Ethan Howard.
Want to say thanks to everybody that's joining us in the stream on Twitch tonight. Shout out to those of you that are watching us there. Please feel free to share this on your social media.
Got Brandon Tran and Ethan Howard here, 5th fight of the day. Tran in the colorful rash guard, Howard in the black top. He's got a nice high single leg here. Tran trying to turn out, decides to jump.
Oh, Tran throws the flying triangle. He's going to get the arm lock. Oh, man. Beautiful counter against
Beautiful
that
attempt
high,
from Tran.
that high crotch single.
Howard flashing a smile, showing some gamesmanship here. Another jumping attempt. This one looks to be a little deeper. He may have the triangle here.
He's got to control that posture. Man.
Beautiful job by Howard to escape. Crowd really showing their appreciation for the acrobatics here. Tran decides to step up again. Howard going to be on guard this time.
Let's see if he's eager to get back in on that single leg.
Well, you see how he's baiting, and he wants him to go for that lead leg single. I have a feeling that flying triangle is a staple in his game. It's a nice deep shot. Beautiful outside trip here.
Oh,
make
and
it,
a
make
great
it reverse.
reversal. Oh, incredible reversal by Tran.
Beautiful
That was
reversal.
beautiful. And he's got an arm isolated on the far side. A lot of offense available from this position for Tran.
He's got to get that leg out of there to get maximum leverage. Howard holding on to that quarter guard for dear life here.
So he's definitely thinking about this triangle right here, but
Yep.
man, there's so much good opportunity. You see guys like Shinya Aoki, Vinny Magalhaes play this mounted go-go plata style on this
Right.
far side, which is not inhibited by having that leg trapped in the
Yeah,
quarter. And here
yeah.
he goes. He's going to make that play.
He's listening to you as he's faked the go-go here, going to step
Lost
over.
the arm and a great recovery. Excellent defense. Oh my God. Brandon Tran is a savage.
Wow. Beautiful technique on display from Brandon Tran. Wasting no time stepping over for that knee bar.
And your winner via knee bar, Brandon, the Flying Squirrel Tran.
Hats off to Howard for fighting off a few of those flying attempts. Tran just too much with that knee bar.
Can we make a little bit more noise for Brandon Tran, ladies and gentlemen? Our next competitor, out of Legacy Martial Arts Henderson, Rusty Day. And his opponents, all the way from 10th Planet Boulder, Rob Parrish.
Okay, Rusty Day versus Rob Parrish. Rusty Day in the white rash guard, Rob Parrish in the purple and black.
Rob Parrish, I know, is a really seasoned competitor up there in Boulder. I've rolled with this kid a couple of times, and he is no joke, man.
Oh, Rusty gets caught in a quick guillotine here. In the half guard, though, Rusty looks to be okay.
So we got a full half guard locked in, but the head is bending over here, which means that Rusty is...
He's definitely uncomfortable.
He's not happy where he's at.
It's going to be difficult to finish. You have to generate a lot of torque from that top half guard. It can be done.
He looks like he may be trading off to like Darce Japanese necktie style variations now.
Looks like Day might try to get to his knees here to alleviate some of that pressure.
Yeah, and it looks like, you know, he's gripping that inside wrist too. I don't have the angle on it, but it looks like just from the positioning of his elbow there, he's gripping that inside wrist, and that's what we see. Stepping off to this Japanese necktie now, and Depending on the angle that Rusty's head is bent at, really, that's what really makes or breaks this choke.
He's that right arm looks like
about it. Yeah, he thought
he's
about it.
thinking about it.
Yeah. He's got to work these legs free if he expects to get out of this position. From the Japanese necktie, you got to free the legs, escape the necktie, and then escape the darce as the follow-up, because the darce is right on the other side, and he did that right there.
Beautiful job by Day to remain calm in that tough spot here. Looking for a Kimura now from bottom half guard. Trying to rip that thing out. Wants to be careful that.
Let's watch the way Rob counters. Does he try to keep it defensive, or does he look to actually counter and turn it into that far side arm lock when he escapes this leg?
Yeah, he's trying to free that leg, and I think he wants to spin over for that 180 arm lock if he can get it out.
There it is. Beautiful footwork there. Did you check that? There's a little pummel at the ankle, and he's already looking to take the back now.
He's going to drop that near side hook in, pulls him right on top.
Straight to the body triangle. Parrish has got cardio for days, and he's already in on a crushing choke. He's going to go for the face.
Day trying to fight that hand off the back of the head, doing the right thing here in a tough spot.
Parrish took that opportunity to sink that left arm just a little deeper, which offered him the opportunity to slide that right hand behind the head. Really, really nice technical play by Rob Parrish.
Beautiful technique on display from Rob Parrish.
And your winner by rear naked choke, Rob Parrish. Let's hear it for these competitors, ladies and gentlemen. Our next competitor, also at a 10th Planet Boulder, Nick Taffy Bergel. And his opponent at a Danham BJJ, Sam Hahn.
Here we go, Nick Bergel versus Sam Hahn. Sam in the purple and black rash guard. Nick in the orange and black.
Bergel is a teammate of Parrish, who just trashed his way out of Boulder, 10th Planet Boulder. Just trashed his way through that last round.
Yeah, these guys did not come all this way to lose, it looks like. Sam Hahn, known for being very slick with his leg attacks and knows how to wrestle.
And he's
stepping
in on the
right
legs
into the honey hole here. Sam Hahn being very aggressive here again, stepping over for that
He's
leg.
got that short ankle lock right there, and he's going for it.
Wow, got the tap already. Beautiful job from Sam Hahn, wasting no time diving on legs.
Very aggressive.
And your winner by straight ankle lock, Sam Hahn. Ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, Twitch chat. This will be the closing match for our first round.
That was perfect,
Can you ask them to, if you're about to share the link from 10th Planet Downtown? The live stream.
Cool. And for our viewers here at the Nerd Bar in downtown Las Vegas, please share the link from 10th Planet downtown Las Vegas. That way everyone can enjoy these fantastic matches. Up out of 10th Planet Las Vegas, Eric Dad Bod Longer. And his opponent from 10th Planet Irvine, Isaac Dovadog Cordova. You gonna let me out?
Eric Longer versus Isaac Cordova. Eric Longer On the right-hand side in the gray and red trunks. Longer in the green and gray. Cordova rather, actually a blue belt. Stepping up to fight Longer, the purple belt, out of 10th Planet.
Let's go, Isaac. Your world.
Cordova decides to pull guard here.
Keeping that head low. He's going to have to be careful there. Keeping that head so low in front of a seated opponent in that butterfly. It's a good strategy to stay under the chin. He thought about that scissor leg there.
I saw
he
him
got
flirting
turned
with that.
for it.
Ends up pulling Longer right on top of side mount here. Trying to pendulum those legs to get space.
Interesting,
and
it worked, yeah. Very nice.
Beautiful arm drag here from Longer.
And you could see Cordova was perfectly happy to just go ahead and have a seat rather than expose this position like he did last time.
Exactly.
He finds that underhook on the same side now. Playing more of a traditional half, maybe thinking about throwing that butterfly hook in on this side.
There it is.
And he gets the sweep off of it.
Beautiful. Might fall back on a leg here.
And he's got his man against the cage there, which served as base on that side for him just then. So it definitely at least played a factor for a moment.
Cordova working butterfly guard now here. I'm sorry, Longer.
Breathe.
Oh, looking for that Ashi entry there. Bam!
Breathe.
Landing the close guard now, Longer. See what he can do up against the cage. Really inhibits your ability to sweep off your back when you're up against the cage like that.
John Cho. John Cho.
So Isaac starts stacking in. Longar able to get that foot in the hip. He's looking to elevate here, maybe pop into that rubber guard on the far side.
Beautiful posture from Cordova to get out of that tight close guard now, advancing to half.
He's a blue belt, but he's in the game.
Yeah, he's keeping up
right
a
here in the
ferocious pace here, too. You can see he was looking to step over to mount just a second ago.
Yeah. He wants to prevent that lockdown, but a great job there by Longar of changing from that
beautiful sweep.
Changing from that lockdown to a position we call the stomp in the 10th Planet system as a way to come back to the butterfly guard. You saw Cordova there thinking about that reverse entry into the leg lock, that 411 honey hole position.
I think Longer just wants to get this slowed down and into his world a little bit here. He's going to probably take this opportunity to get Cordova pinned to the mat here and slow him down and start to work his game.
Start to turn it into more of a grind.
Back up to the feet now.
Let's go, Eric. Breathe.
Beautiful shot there from Longer.
Great shot, and Cordova was thinking about timing that scissor leg again. Yeah, that's the problem with shooting three-pointers all night.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yes.
Use those butterflies, push.
Breathe. Breathe. Up.
Nice pressure by Longer here. Really not letting Cordova get much room to get any offense going.
Yeah. Cordova made a mistake there. Went flat to his back to try to continue through that butterfly sweep rather than following the momentum. And he ends up with a guy who's very interested in pressuring right on top of him. Working this near side underhook. Let's see what that becomes for him.
It's interesting that Cordova opts for that half butterfly guard as opposed to closed. Finally went to closed. Beautiful posture. And a timeout here. Looks like possible blood.
Pause it. Pause the time.
Looks like a cut on the inside of the mouth, possibly.
First aid kit inside my bag in there. It's on the right side of the wall. Just open the bag. UFC bag for the PI.
Now would be the time to grab a drink from the bar, ladies and gentlemen. If
Be a good time if you're watching on social media, if you're watching on Twitch. First of all, thank you for doing that. Second of all, we would really appreciate the share, the love, all of the good stuff that we need to make this thing a success moving forward. I know this is not going to be the only one, especially as I look around. Everybody's having a great time, man. So thanks to everybody that helped put this together and everybody that's showing support by sharing.
Absolutely, already the event living up to the hype. I mean, we're already at the 8th match. Looks to be something. Maybe he bit his cheek or his gum. I'm not sure where that blood's coming from, but
I did that eating a hamburger last night. It's not a good time.
could have been the food on Fremont Street too.
Hey, can I get that alcohol pen? Can I get the alcohol pen?
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. It's okay, it's in his mouth. It's not a cut.
What I tell you. Hell of a joke. Keep it going. Same shit. If you miss so much, other than two. Exactly.
Let's go, Eric.
You guys are sounding great on here. A lot of good commentating right here, all through here. Everybody's saying how great commentating is. Some people are saying it's the best they've seen in terms of commentating.
Oh, wow.
Whatever feels good for you.
That's good traffic.
It's about 800 uniques. Yeah. It'd be about 600 to 800. Nice. You guys are doing work. Killing it. I love it. It's all the time.
There's a buddy rag wrapped in there, okay, with that outside one. You need this one? Yeah, it's clean.
Hey, Nick. Ramp it up. Yeah. We can really do a lot.
Where you guys eat? Big press.
All right, about to resume action here. Looks like we got the blood taken care of. I think it was something on the inside of the mouth. Shouldn't affect the match any longer, we hope. Referee going to reposition now inside the closed guard of Cordova.
Free roam, ladies and gentlemen.
One thing in training with Eric Longer over at 10th Planet Henderson, he's got really good posture inside the closed guard. See how he's difficult to break down? And even when you do, it's hard to get his hands pummeled to the mat. He's just so wise to that strategy.
Yeah. And you can see, you know right away the side Isaac wants to play. He's thinking about the flower sweep on this side, hoping to expose that hand for the rubber guard, like trying to skip some of the harder, more maybe impossible parts of the rubber guard against a guy who's got that sick posture. Here's that flower sweep attempt.
Yep, he's really trying to swing the hips over to look for that arm lock or sweep, but Longer having none of it. Doing his best to keep his posture and possibly stand up out of this closed guard.
Cordova staying with it, though. He's committed to playing.
Got to be careful
he might
here.
end up in a triangle here.
Yeah, he went for that double underpass and left an arm in. This is a deep triangle with a guy with long legs. Is not the place you want to be.
And he's looking to dig off and create this 90-degree angle. This is going to be a finishing angle here.
Yeah, that's going to do it. Almost no escape from there once you get a guy with that build with a dead to rights triangle. Beautiful job by both competitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, our winner via triangle, Isaac the Dovida Cordova. Can we make a little bit of noise for our competitors? What a fantastic way to close out our opening round. To start off our second round, at a 10th Planet Las Vegas, Jordan Worth. There we go. And his opponent from Dunham, BJJ, Errol Fields.
No, that was the first match.
Hold on. What's the next one?
I'm glad you're paying attention, ladies and gentlemen. That was not the first one. That was a test. Everyone passed except for you. You didn't pass.
Right?
And his opponent, Pedro Serrano.
I only have the starting lineup and that's it. All right, Jordan Worth, Pedro Serrano here, round two now.
9-minute round. This is the second round. 9 minutes. There's no sub going over time. Ready? Good match.
Both of these guys had really quick kills in the first round. Very impressive work from both of them.
Yep, both fighters fresh, dry.
We're looking from some shin-to-shin guard, and now he tries to change off to this reverse De La Riva lockdown style position.
Yeah, now looking for Worth diving on that outside Ashi now.
And he's got a figure 4 straight ankle locked up there. If he's going to finish the straight ankle from outside Ashi, he's going to need to get both his feet on the hips probably. Well, when there's money on the line at least. In the gym, different story sometimes.
Exactly.
That's the heel exposure that he needed. You know, the outside Ashi is great finishing position if you've already got the heel exposed, but it's really hard to pull that heel out from this position. A lot of times the guys like to reap or to catch it during the roll.
And Serrano doing the right thing here by hugging that head and trying to stay heavy.
Yeah.
Potentially sprawl that leg back if he can. If he's able to, he'll end up in a nice position on top.
Yep.
Serrano real calm here. Doesn't look to be worried about that foot at all.
Well, and right now it's not a serious threat, especially as he continues to clench the upper body. He's creating passing opportunities for himself, not leg locking opportunities for Worth.
And now he's got that underhook on that near side. Really put Jordan at a disadvantage here for attacks.
Jordan does a good job there getting back into some kind of short frames, and he's starting to try to dig his elbow through on this side, looking back for that underhook again.
He probably wants the underhook on the left side, though. I mean, ideally.
That's what he should be playing for. He's trying to open this one. There he is. You see he starts to dig for that left side now.
This is one of those tricky positions where you have a guy with long legs like Worth is able to keep your leg trapped, even though he can't attack it. It's very hard to free, even when you have head and arm control like Serrano does.
And, you know, that can create a tremendous amount of frustration for the passer.
You see how he's sprawling that leg back with all his might, still not enough to break that grip?
No.
It can be real annoying here. You may want to think about maybe a step back pass, but then again, that puts his leg in jeopardy.
And, you know, that annoyance and that frustration from a gamesmanship standpoint can lead to errors that a guy normally wouldn't make against a competitor with, say, you know, legs his own length, or somebody who wasn't content to hold on to that spot.
There's Jordan now finally trying to find that leverage to get under that heel.
Now he exposes the heel. It's still not quite the bite he's looking for. Now he can start to play something, but he's lost the knee line, and he may end up getting his back taken right here.
Beautiful job from Serrano. What a transition.
Beautiful, beautiful work. Good, strong top pressure. You know, he doesn't look like a really big guy, but he's playing more of a big guy game than some of these other folks we've seen out here so far.
Yeah, and Serrano looks to be wise beyond his years with that leg lock game. I mean, a couple of those attempts were deep, and he just, not even a grimace. Now riding a full mount here. Jordan trying to buck him off, though. Serrano staying real heavy. Working that shoulder pressure on that right side. Might be looking to set up an arm lock. You see how he's digging under that left elbow. I'm sorry, the right elbow of Worth.
Arm lock, arm triangle.
Might look to slide that left knee up here to isolate the right arm of Worth. Jordan, though, very hip to it. Beautiful bridge and roll.
And he's able to get his head pushed up against the cage. That's going to be a big factor here. Let's see what Jordan does with it.
It's a real tough spot for Serrano being pinned against the cage like this. It's almost impossible to open up with sweeps from there.
But Worth is sitting his weight way back there. I think he's going to have to be really careful. He's only concerning himself with that leg lock. See how he's bringing that leg all the way around to the other side. Let's hope he does.
Serrano now looking to go belly down on that arm.
Serrano staying in on the leg attack, and he's going to get into this position that we call the top side Ashi.
Yeah, Jordan's no stranger
straight off to
here.
an Estima lock here. Oh, I heard the crack on the foot.
That might have been the mat. I don't know. I hope it wasn't the foot.
That was a very aggressive Estima lock, and a very good one, too, and he's going right back to it.
Jordan training over at 10th Planet Henderson most of the time. No stranger to leg attempts. You can see he's very calm here.
But, you know, a lot of times even guys who are really familiar with, you know, what we would call like standard leg entanglements.
Right.
You can sneak in on them with that Estima lock.
Yeah, it goes on quick.
It can come on super fast. Playing with a short ankle.
There it is. Wow, beautiful job from Serrano. That looked like a straight ankle lock.
It was a straight ankle. We call that a short lock.
Yeah, with the figure four grip.
You reap from the outside, but you reap across the shin rather than reaping across at the hip.
Wow.
And it creates a tremendous amount of leverage if you can get the angle right.
Sneaky straight ankle lock from Serrano. Beautiful job. Yeah.
And our winner via straight ankle lock, Pedro Serrano.
Hats off to both guys. Great match.
Our next competitor from Chapel Hill, Gracie, Anthony Edwards. And his opponent from CSW in Orange County, Javier Garcia.
Looking forward to this one here. Two long competitors. Garcia in that first round showing that heavy top pressure. Of course, Edwards got away with a very quick finish in round one.
Yeah, he jumped guard with that arm in guillotine. Created one of those panic taps. Man, I was really impressed with Serrano in the last round. I'm looking forward to see what he does.
It was a high-level footlock he caught Jordan Worth with.
2 high-level footlocks. He popped his foot 2 different times.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Garcia's looking to put this thing on the ground with his wrestling, but is Edwards going to be able to maybe snatch up that guillotine in the transition again?
I'm sure he'd love to get another quick finish here, but
You can
Garcia,
see he's already thinking about something like that.
Trying to snap that head down Bill Cooper style. Of course, remember Garcia from round one, who spent the majority of that match on his opponent's back. So we know he likes to dominate from top and from the back positions. Looking for a guillotine of his own now. Edwards backs out nicely. I have a feeling Edwards likes to invite that shot. I think he likes to dive on the neck as you come in. And that might be what he's waiting for. There's a single leg. Beautiful outside trip.
He's able to recover that knee to the inside. Let's see what he does with it. He's going to have a hand on the mat here when he gets back to his guard.
Nice guard work from Edwards. He's going to have to stand back up out here. Doesn't want to stay on bottom.
Very aggressive work from Garcia. And he's got a Darce choke attempt already from the standing position.
Yep. Beautiful job of hand fighting, though, from Edwards.
Looking like Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
Garcia coming out of CSW, so you could see that wrestling heavy background for him. Down for the grind, and literally down for the grind in this particular case. Edwards got to watch he doesn't get it snapped down.
Looking for that seated half flying arm lock attempt. Edwards does a nice job of keeping his posture. In the closed guard now, Garcia. Let's see what he has off his back. I don't recall him being in this position.
I was just about to say, this is the first time we're going to see him on his back. So he goes to the closed guard and he gets flat, and let's see what he looks to do. He's going to get that left foot into the hip and standard side for the closed guard.
I like how Edwards is keeping his hands on the biceps, though. You see how he's wise to attempts to stuff a hand or to pummel?
And you can see he's looking maybe to isolate this arm here and maybe stuff it under the back.
He's looking for a triangle. There it is. Edwards, beautiful job, rolls him over.
He's into the truck, and he rolls into the truck, looking to attack the calf
He
slicer.
might have a calf slicer here. Garcia grimacing. Both fighters going for the calf lock now.
And he's got this far side ankle lock here. I've actually never seen that finished in competition. Be very interesting.
It's hard to fit. There's the heel hook he needs.
And he got it.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Was able to heel hook him from inside the calf slicer. You do not see that every day. Beautiful job from Edwards.
And our winner via calf crank, Anthony Edwards. For our next match, coming out of 10th Planet Costa Mesa, Brandon the Flying Squirrel Tran. And his opponent from 10th Planet Boulder, Rob Parrish.
This will be an interesting one here, Brandon. We got the flying attacks of Brandon Tran up against the smooth technique and well-seasoned of Parrish. This could be a sleeper fight of the night contender right here.
Both of these guys, high-powered offensive players.
This is a type of match that could end in 5 seconds or go to 3 overtimes.
Either way, I'm going to be pretty happy with this one.
Tran breaking character here with a shot. Parrish in on what looked to be a calf slice.
And he's already setting a Kimura on the other side.
Tran's going to want to remain calm here because Parrish is in on a nice Kimura switch to an armbar. Beautiful job.
Tran walking through that guard, and he's in.
Oh, look at that knee
in
bar
on a
attempt.
knee bar attempt on the other side.
How about Parrish? Very hip to it. Somersault pass now from Tran. Be careful not to get triangled here.
Let's see how Parrish responds to this double underhook's pressure here. Looks like he's going to try to pull this left arm of Tran out of the double underpass position. Tran attacking the head, steps over into the half, the butter half.
I thought he might be looking for that Barata Plata from bottom there.
That would have been beautiful.
Yep.
That's another one you don't see all that much.
Exactly.
It's definitely been proven at a high level, but it's still pretty rare. Reverse De La Riva now from Parrish. See how he keeps no space there on his reverse De La Riva. Really nice work. Oh,
Again,
Tran in on another knee bar.
Beautiful stepping on that helicopter knee bar, but Parrish is too slick at getting the knee line out of danger.
And you can see neither guy really has even opened their mouth to take a deep breath yet. They're both prepared to go the distance on this one.
See the way Parrish is hugging that leg with his left arm? I wonder if he's trying to set up a calf slicer from there. When guys feed that left arm in under the behind the knee like that, so deep.
Sean Roberts style.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, there for a little while, Sean Roberts was
Killing everybody.
crushing everybody with that compression.
He taught me that move. I was training with him at that time.
Well, I don't know Sean Roberts, but I watched him do it on YouTube a lot.
Shout out to him if he's watching at home.
For sure.
Arm drag attempt here from Parrish. A little knee to the body.
And Parrish reverses it.
Jake the Snake DDT attempt.
And he's in on a high elbow guillotine, a very deep one.
That's a high elbow guillotine. It looks to be in pretty deep. Tran, nice job again. Just half a step ahead of the attacks here.
But Parrish now playing this meat hook, and he's cleared the head. He's under the chin on the other side. This is a position that we call the go-go clinch. This is a very tight choking position.
Also known as the Loja Plata.
Yes, I believe you're correct.
This is a tight submission here.
Tran looking to stuff that foot, but honestly, Parrish can use that as a butterfly hook on the inside here. The thing that he's missing, he needs to be around the knee on the other side.
Right.
Because of the position that he has, and
You're
now
right.
his position against the cage, Tran's likely gonna, well, this could be a choking position here.
You're right. If he hugs his own knee, if he can gable grip around his own knee, he'll probably have the finish.
It can definitely be finished here.
Tran's doing a nice job of stuffing that foot, though, keeping it just
And now
far.
it transitions into a regular go-go plata, and this cage is preventing
If
the
he could-
sweep. If he
yeah.
could sweep him right there, this would be the end of the game. This is a position that Eddie Bravo calls two things when he controls that far wrist with the go-go plata. This is some high-powered offense right here from Parrish.
And
Tran's in
kudos.
straight survival mode. He needs to
Yes.
free that elbow, and he just did,
He's
and he's
out.
out.
Beautiful resilience on display from Brandon Tran.
And still coming forward with his passing.
Yeah, Parrish just not letting him breathe with the attacks from the bottom here. Oh, Tran steps
Spinning
over for the
arm
arm now.
And a beautiful passing sequence there from Tran. Finally gets that pass that he worked really the entire match for so far.
Now in a nice deep side control here. He's got the arms way out of position. Parrish may look to push off that cage to try to create a scramble.
He looks like he's thinking about grabbing his own leg there.
To set up that I thought I saw a tap underneath the body. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. Maybe he had something I didn't see. I mean, it wasn't.
Oh, look at that sit-up escape.
Beautiful escape.
Man, using that right elbow as a frame there against the throat. Generated the momentum and got the stand-up.
Parrish looking for a jumping close guard. Parrish again looking for that leg. I like how Tran is heavy though. You see how he's got well, he had his toes up on his knees was off the mat so he could put pressure on the opponent.
Rob now works himself to 2 underhooks and kind of a half butterfly, but Tran is creeping through on that other side, clears the knee and creates a scramble. Rob now looking to pass aggressively, finds himself in the closed guard.
Beautiful job by Parrish to stand up right away inside that closed guard. See how he's working that knee up that wedge to try to create some separation here. Tran very flexible though, able to maintain close guard. Again, he goes for it.
Able to get that knee inside this
He gets
time.
it in this time. Some guys will use this as a setup to fall back on a leg.
Tran threatening this inverted arm lock.
Very
Even
hard.
if he doesn't get it, it compromises Rob's base as he tries to complete that pass without the underhook.
And I think that's exactly what he did. He used it to interrupt the offense at Parrish to try to buy himself some time here. Might have had an omoplata there if it weren't for the cage. Parrish trying to step back into that saddle position.
And he's got the knee line, but it's very shallow. Let's see if he can recover his hip
Got a
closer to
in.
the hip.
Yep.
A great job by Tran, pummeling
Yeah.
the legs to the inside.
He was wise to it. Oh, he's on a guillotine here.
Really impressed by both of these guys, man.
Yeah,
It's been
these guys are-
nonstop, too.
Really going at, oh no, looks like he might have just dove right into a triangle here.
Listen, Parrish is a finisher, and he's got about 2 minutes to close this thing up.
Yeah, this is in pretty deep. Although Tran has shown to be very resilient.
Oh, he's got a great
He's
angle
got the leg
here.
under, he's doing everything right.
He's keeping his hand on the shin, which I think is a beautiful play.
I'd actually like to see him cut the angle across the neck a little better with that left leg. Tran doing the
get
right
his
thing.
foot on the inside. That could really create a problem for it.
If he can get that other leg across,
He got it.
He's tapped.
He got the sub.
That was deep. Beautiful job, both guys. One of those submissions attempts finally stuck for Parrish. What a match.
And our winner via triangle, Rob Parrish. Ladies and gentlemen, that match was worth at least 2 rounds of applause. Let's hear it again for our competitors. And closing out our second round of the evening, from Dunham BJJ, Sam Hahn. Wherever you want. And representing 10th Planet Irvine, Isaac Dovada Cordova.
Here we go, Sam Hahn versus Isaac Cordova. Both guys had impressive first rounds.
Yeah, Cordova played a lot longer. Your man here came in super aggressive on the legs, and he does the same again with a flying scissor.
Yeah, the thing about Sam is he can wrestle as well as loves to play legs, so he's a double threat there. He's got to be careful not to get caught in a triangle here.
And he's right out of the triangle and into the knee bar attempt.
needs to remain calm here as he's got the legs in the position he wants, just needs to get the opponent on his side.
Was doing such a great job with that right arm framing because Cordova wants to get in and pressure and clinch to try to keep him off his legs there.
Yeah, Sam, really a student of the leg lock game, spends a lot of time analyzing film and instructionals and drilling nonstop. So when he gets into these positions, it's a very high percentage of finishing.
I'll be very interested to see, if Isaac's able to drag this thing out into the deep waters, what does that do to the card? Because pushing that hard at the top is a great strategy.
Right.
But can you do that for 10 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. Historically, guys who are fast starters tend to burn out in the later rounds. The problem is getting them there. Sam still has that right leg in that saddle position.
Yeah, I mean, he's still in a clean offensive attacking position. Yeah. Slides. Cordova trying to yank out. He's able to work his foot in and pummels in.
Sam
he's
going
free.
from one attack to the next.
And he's going to find himself in the closed guard.
Cordova doing a nice job of surviving those leg attacks here. Sam again pops up, dives right on a leg.
And we saw a deep breath right there.
Go. Yes, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Pick up that pressure again. Let's go. There it is. Yep. Number 7. Number 7.
It would be interesting to know what Cordova's strategy is at this point, knowing that Sam is going to come flying in with attacks. Do you want to be on top or do you want to be on bottom? It's hard to determine.
I would definitely want to be on top instead of letting somebody snipe at my legs like that from a position where he's got gravity on his team.
Sam's in a heel hook of his own now.
And this is heel hook versus straight ankle.
Looking for the heel now.
Oh, he countered him with the heel hook.
Wow.
I was just
Cordova
saying
pulling out the finish.
that straight ankle versus the heel hook, that's a bad trade.
Beautiful job from Cordova, withstanding the initial barrage of Han.
You guys didn't see me without my sunglasses, right? Our winner via heel hook, Isaac Dovida Cordova.
How about Isaac Cordova, blue belt now with 2 finishes.
Switch chat, can we get a Kappa spam for that, please? We'd once again like to give a shout out here from the Sin City Scrap, coming to you from coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you once again to the Nerd Bar in downtown Las Vegas. Be sure to give us a follow and subscribe on Twitch. Up next will be the first bout of the semifinals. Here we go. Yeah. Featuring Pedro Serrano from Gracie Bar at Northridge. And his opponent from Chapel Hill Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Anthony Edwards.
Here we go, third time we're seeing both these competitors, Serrano versus Edwards. Serrano coming off that impressive straight ankle lock win.
Yeah, Serrano had a beautiful leg lock sequence that he walked through against Jordan Worth in the last round. Took him from a steam lock, gave him a hard pop, and then jumped off on that short, what we call a short lock, as
From
he
the
reaped
seated
the
position.
shin instead of reaping the knee.
Yep. Serrano again sits to guard here. Edwards now with a grip on that right leg of Serrano. Looks like he might want to fall back on an ankle here. There it is.
Good call.
Serrano very hip to these attacks, though. Just remains super calm.
Working that outside De La Riva hook, foot in the hip on the far side. Very defensive guard right now from Serrano. Little grip exchange on that inside space. Whoever wins that little exchange right there is going to have the first offensive run.
Edwards again looking for that right leg of Serrano.
Kind of flash arm lock attempt there from Serrano.
Yep.
Just keep him honest.
Yep, exactly. Looking for that high guard now. Again, Edwards with that beautiful posture, using the hand on bicep control. Does not let the bottom man get control of his head.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times a lanky guy like that, he won't have a great posture, but Edwards doing a good job there. Of course, he's playing with that low posture. And again, he's trying to isolate that wrist.
I like that omoplata attempt from Serrano here, but Edwards, nice job of rolling out.
That came at him quick.
He's back on that leg.
You know, I think he's using it to bait the pass, though, because he doesn't seem overly committed to that.
True.
Of course, it could be Serrano, the way he's stuffing the De La Riva hook in on this, opposite side to kind of stuff that straight ankle attempt, perhaps.
Exactly. Very hard to get anything going against either one of these guys, as they both seem to know what the other wants to do. Edwards again flirting with that leg, but
Edwards now stepping that right knee to the inside, and Serrano again playing that outside hook. Butterfly hook in on the inside.
Yep.
You know, he's looking to control Edwards with that 2-on-1 against Edwards' on right arm as he has that right side butterfly. I'm thinking he's looking for some kind of elevation here, at least to expose obviously maybe not a sweep, but perhaps a submission on that side. Edwards now looking to grab the head and pass.
Beautiful elevation there from Serrano. Almost came up on top. Edwards just a little too scrambly for it.
Serrano content to stay on the bottom position here. Maybe not want to find out what those long legs mean inside the guard.
Right. Close guard for Serrano.
You know, close guard's not a position you really see all that often in no-gi anymore. It's almost like a lost art form in a lot of ways.
Some of the 10th Planet guys, the longer guys, are still really slick with it, though, using techniques like the dead orchard and those things where you don't even really have to trap an arm.
Yeah.
If you're long enough, you can trap both shoulders and create a lot of offense from that position. Serrano looks to be trying to get his hips behind the elbow of Edwards' right arm, but Edwards, again, just too strong inside the guard. Just has to fall back on that leg.
Time. But again, he looks to use it to come up.
Yep. Really high-level guard stuff from Serrano on the bottom. You see how he just his open guard, his maintaining of the guard is very high level.
It's very relaxed and efficient there. He's looking to use that arm drag on the way up.
Beautiful. Might have had that takedown if it weren't for the cage, but back into the closed guard. Now he's got the posture broken a little bit.
Got that high guard up there.
He doesn't look to be a rubber guard guy, though. I haven't seen him really reach for mission control or meat hook or anything. He likes to look for those arm bars.
Yeah, Edwards is not having it. Every time that high guard slides in, his shoulders come forward.
Yep.
Leans in.
There's that omoplata attempt again. I like how he's trapping the shoulder when he does it. Edwards in deep on this one now, but we've seen Serrano here, I think, a couple times already tonight.
And he's already got the foot off the hip on the other side, so Edwards is going to have to make a change here or recover the position. He's slowly working into a straight ankle lock here. It's very hard to finish.
Serrano's going to look to hug the head again like he's done previously.
And, you know, we've seen Serrano already prove himself a really high-level leg lock offensive player. He seems to be pretty calm here. And rightfully so. He's not really trapped just yet.
Beautiful job from Serrano again. Very heavy on top when he gets there. Looking to free
nearly
that
got
leg
the
now. Goes
pass.
to knee belly, jumps to the other side.
Edwards just barely clinging to his guard.
Yeah.
He's going to expose the back. First hook's in. Second hook, body triangle.
Wow, Serrano wasting no time going after the neck here. He looks to have it looks to be pretty deep. I can't see from where I am, but
We got the choke.
finally got the tap. Wow. Beautiful job from Serrano. Edwards threw everything he had at him and just withstood every attack to finally get on the back and get that choke.
And your winner, Pedro Serrano by rear naked choke. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, you will see him again in the finals. But first, a very special treat for you, ladies and gentlemen, and Twitch chat. Our first super fight of the evening. Ooh. Coming up first, straight out of the boiler room of 10th Planet Fullerton, aka the Dungeon of Grap. Here he is, Keith, the Child Krikorian. And his opponent, representing Dunham Jiu-Jitsu, Taylor McCormick.
Here we go. Taylor McCorston, Keith Krikorian. Taylor coming out of Dunham Jiu-Jitsu.
Krikorian has been on a tear in a lot of these sub-only tourneys, in these sort of regional $1,000 here, $2,000 here. I haven't seen him. And Mike Wilson, the referee, just slid over and said Krikorian's been undefeated all year. And it seems like he's competing every weekend. So tell me a little bit about Dunham here, or about the Dunham prodigy.
Taylor McCorston, out of Dunham Jiu-Jitsu, actually has a very popular Instagram page along with Bendy Casimir. It's called Knee Bar King of Leg Locks. So follow those guys on Instagram if you don't already. Constantly putting out new footage, new ways of mainly knee bars, but all kinds of leg locks. Taylor very slick on the ground when it comes to leg attacks. Seasoned fighter too. Guys, I think probably had 16 pro MMA fights. Fought TJ Dillashaw a number of years ago. So he's no stranger to competition.
Krikorian playing some closed guard now, using that left elbow to try to keep control of the inside space, and wants to stay with his closed guard for a little bit.
Yeah, Taylor doing a nice job of staying real tight inside this closed guard here. He's got that meat hook now, Krikorian does.
Yep, looking to trade off to the meat hook here.
Taylor gonna look to stand up maybe and just try to shake him off.
And
I like that. I like that. Put him up against the cage. It's gonna be very hard to get omoplata there.
Very smart.
See how he's going hands in the armpits here. Beautiful posture. Just needs to somehow get those ankles apart.
Krikorian committed to that closed guard here.
My guess is if he can separate those legs, he's going to look to fall back on something.
Keith has that underhook there, deep underhook with his right arm. You know, Keith doing a good job of constantly keeping angle rather than staying flat on his back,
Yep.
which is a problem you see out of a lot of
Yep.
closed guard.
Exactly. McCorston now finally out of the closed guard here. Krikorian going to look to try to advance or attack in some way. But again, with that cage there, it's kind of working to his detriment now because it's going to be very difficult to pass.
Just beautiful, constant forward pressure there, McCorston.
That's a lot of that MMA training. I mean, while he is an expert on legs, also has very heavy top pressure and likes to wrestle. You know, so he's well-rounded.
Really smart play there by Krikorian to start making space out from the cage.
Yep.
As soon as he had an opportunity to do so without putting himself in danger. Now he starts to work into his butterfly guard.
I can't tell where Krikorian's most comfortable. I mean, we've seen him with the closed guard, and he looked like he was savvy from that position. But I can't tell now if he maybe wants to get under McCorston and look for legs, or if he's trying to pull him into that closed guard again.
Great little guard recovery there. Really quick, really active. He didn't have to recover so much as he retained.
Right.
Which is a really important distinction at this level for sure.
Absolutely.
Krikorian now switching sides with his guard a
Yep.
little bit. Very well rounded on the bottom and great patient passing now.
He's got to be careful not that left. If he gets that left leg out, he's in trouble for a triangle.
There's the triangle from Krikorian now, and he's got the angle cut really hard. That's a finishing position.
Yeah, that's in very deep.
Beautiful work by Krikorian.
Very nice guard work from Krikorian. Keeps his undefeated record intact for this year.
Gushers for Keith.
Hats off to both guys for coming out and competing in a super fight.
And the winner of our first super fight of the evening via triangle, Keith the Child Krikorian. Let's hear it for these two savage competitors. We will now move on to our second and last semi-final match. These matches will once again be 8 minutes with 1 round of possible overtime. Coming up first from 10th Planet Boulder, Rob Parrish. And his opponent from 10th Planet Irvine, Isaac Dovida Cordova.
Here we go, our last of the semifinal matchups. This one will determine who also goes to the finals.
I thought you had the order.
I think you may be right. You may be at the end.
Both these guys on a tear tonight, looking real impressive. Cordova coming out aggressively here, faking the knee tap, looking for collar ties. Jumping guard attempt from Parrish.
Cordova coming in aggressive. Parrish shakes it right off. Didn't even take a deep breath.
Nice. Keep that head. Breathe. Push that knee.
So he's controlled there, but he doesn't seem to be in any danger. And now Parrish looking to set up a backside leg lock.
Nice. It's all good. Breathe.
Parrish creates that double unders clinch.
Yeah, very scrambly is Cordova, doing a nice job of staying on top where he wants to be.
Sets that lockdown. He's going to use that for an easy sweep.
Yeah, beautiful sweep there from Parrish. Looks like he might be looking.
Nice.
He's keeping the lockdown. From he could roll into vaporizer. He lets that go.
Parrish keeping strong top pressure, keeping that underhook, and you see, like you said, he keeps that lockdown. Be very interesting to see what he wants to do with it. But
Once he let it go, it's hard to get back, and you saw that now as Cordova is able to work to butterfly guard.
yeah, really nice work there by Cordova. Parrish is no joke, and Cordova playing way over his head.
Trying to roll to guard, but that pressure of Parrish is too much.
Good forward pressure with his hips there as he tried to invert.
Yes, very nice.
Really nice. A nice example of high-level fundamental jiu-jitsu play by Parrish there.
Beautiful job to beat that near side arm. You see how he shuffled his hips up to smash that forearm. Cordova trying to reach underneath that to find leverage for an escape.
As long as Parrish keeps that right hand there stuck in his hip, he's stopping that guard recovery the entire time. And he's looking to spiral ride and take the back. A nice reversal there, potentially from Cordova. And he gets the reversal.
He tried to go to the back without hooks and ended up losing the position, but now he's back on top.
Parrish is relentless, man. So Cordova's in the game, but he's running the whole time right now.
Parrish just a half a step ahead of him now. Oh, good. Ooh, gets over to the mount.
Slides over. He already had the head and arm as he slid over into the mount, and he's looking to trade it now for a back take maybe. Cordova trying to keep his shoulder up off the mat right there, trying to use a defense we call answering the phone.
You know what? I'm interested to see if he lost it. Beautiful job from Cordova to get that arm in.
Cordova's a gamer, man.
This guy will not go quietly. That's for sure.
Parrish working that rope pass against the Z.
Parrish relentless. Beautiful knee slide pass attempt.
Make some space, make some space.
Cordova again rolls into what he wants to be an open guard.
Parrish again. Oh, Cordova looking for the reversal there.
He might have looked like he had a Kimura from bottom.
A lot closer than Parrish wanted it to be. He thought about stepping over to the arm lock and then realized he didn't quite have the position. The Kimura's
there
in
he is
now.
looking for that back again. This is how he lost the position that before. Lets it go.
Let's get wrist control, Isaac. There it is. Breathe. Deep breathing. Slow it down. Just get that full guard.
Cordova really on the defense here, trying to get this fight back into his comfort zone.
He's just survive.
He's really making Parrish work, though. I know Parrish got to be somewhat frustrated
Trap a leg.
by the resiliency of Cordova to just not really acquiesce to any very dominant spot. Back into the mount now. There's that head and arm choke.
Triangle again.
Push his face away.
He's going to use it to expose the back, maybe.
Man, how wily is Cordova? I mean, you just can't hold this guy down.
Take it.
He's in on a Kimura on the far side now himself.
Let's get that half, Isaac. Right foot, get the half.
Parrish doing a great job keeping that arm underneath there, defending it, looking to pass, and he may try to set up this arm triangle again.
He's had it twice now, but he can't seem to quite get it deep enough to where he can threaten the choke.
I think he's going back to the well again, though. I think he's got a lot of belief in that choke.
It might be one of his go-tos. Certainly the setup is there.
Let's go jailbreak.
Parrish is trying to kill this opposite. So in the arm triangle, everybody looks at this arm, but it's the opposite side arm, and you see how Cordova keeps that lazy frame in there with his humerus bone,
I like
rather
that.
than pushing with his arm. It keeps Parrish from really creating the space that he needs to clear that knee across the hip and go to the other side.
Cordova bridging, hip escaping, trying anything he can to recover some kind of guard here. His coach imploring him to look for that jailbreak escape.
Keep going.
He's made it to his knees now, but he's got to be careful of a crucifix.
Oh, looking in on a neck crank there, maybe.
Might have that was that the 100% neck crank, maybe?
Yeah, just a flash of it.
Parrish has that Kimura grip on that arm. He lets it go.
I think he had to let it go.
Man, how about a round of applause for Cordova? Give this guy a round of applause for staying alive on bottom under immense pressure from Parrish.
Make some space.
Parrish kind of hugging that body. Looks like he's almost baiting it like an omoplata attempt.
Yeah, like he wants him to take that so he can step out the backside
Right.
just like that. Good call.
Back into the closed guard now.
Get that triangle.
Maybe go feet on hips and just try to stand up, you know, when you've been on bottom for this long.
Kimura.
To try to maybe reset.
Then triangle.
Parrish just look real heavy
Kimura,
here.
then triangle.
Yeah, but it looks like Parrish is kind of taking a breather right here, too.
Strong side.
I don't blame him. He just spent 6 minutes trying to pass Cordova's
Yeah.
guard.
Like Kimura, then triangle. Yes.
Looking for
And
that
now-
sit-up sweep, maybe guillotine attempts.
We're starting to see the first signs of offense now from Cordova.
Take
Yep.
it.
Maybe this is where we see him thrive in the fatigue of Parrish.
Get that sweep, Isaac.
But you know, Parrish trains up there in Boulder.
There's a beautiful
Guys,
butterfly
maintain
sweep.
now, maintain.
Cordova.
Breathe. Breathe.
Cordova just relentless.
Heavy head, heavy head, heavy
Looks to
head.
step into that honey hole position.
Head pressure, head pressure, head pressure.
And he passes the
Head
guard.
pressure.
Let's see if Parrish can.
Breathe.
Parrish looking to take the back with that
Guys,
inversion.
take it.
Parrish got to be wondering what he has to do to keep this guy from moving.
Take it.
He might be on an
Oh,
arm.
Parrish with a great reversal.
I don't blame him for trying though.
Look for the leg.
Thought might have had a Kimura.
Keep breathing.
Heavy on that arm drag.
Sit up and set him down.
Parrish going back to that heavy top game.
Let's make some space, Isaac. Attack the Kimura again. Let's go hip bump into Kimura.
Now he's looking for that rubber guard omoplata attempt.
Keep moving, Isaac. Keep moving. Keep throwing stuff at him.
Hip bump into Kimura. Just over a minute.
I think we're going to see this one go into overtime. About a minute left, according to the timekeeper back there.
1 minute.
Be a well-deserved overtime for both guys. It's been pretty much a non-stop pace here from both guys. 45 seconds now left in regulation.
Stick with it. Stick with it. Triangle. Stick with it.
Perhaps looking to come out that back door is Cordova. I can't tell if the left arm of Parrish is stuck in there. No, he got it
30
out.
seconds. Take it.
Playing a little octopus guard.
It's another rubber guard attempt.
I think we're going to see our first overtime of the night.
Yep.
Pretty incredible we've had this many matches, and this is the first time that we've slid into the overtime rounds.
Breathe. 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 Big chest, shoulders back.
Should be an interesting overtime. I mean, we've seen how resilient Cordova is from attacks. Can either one of these fighters get to finish?
They're only going to play one overtime in this round here.
Right.
So the coin flip becomes a really big factor depending on your strategy.
Looks like Parrish is going to opt to take the back here. So for those unfamiliar with the rule set, it's basically sudden death here. What you're trying to do is submit the guy. Parrish is going to be on his back starting with a seatbelt grip, one over, one under. Cordova is going to be allowed to defend with two hands and his chin tucked.
And there's a max of a 5-minute ride time per person per round. So if this goes 5 minutes with no sub, then Cordova's going to get a look. 5 minutes, he goes no sub, then we move on into the second round of overtime.
Which you see a lot of the, beautiful job from Cordova to try to scrape him off. But
He may
Parrish
be out of
staying-
there. He's not out yet. He's got to be totally clear. As long as that head and arm position is still together from Parrish, it's not quite over.
That's
and
out.
now it's over.
Beautiful job. Cordova is very scrambly.
A great job by Mike as the referee too.
Yes,
it
to
can
let
be
that go.
easy to get jumpy. I've refed a couple of these kind of things,
Yep.
and it can be easy to get jumpy and make a mistake.
What I'm surprised I didn't see there is Parrish look for that body triangle. Most guys try to do that to prevent that gator roll. I don't know if Cordova's long enough to secure it.
Well, you know, Parrish has to escape very, very fast.
There it is.
And the body triangle's in. All
See-
he's got to do is hold this position for longer than Parrish was able to hold him.
He's close to being out here.
Blow the horn.
Time.
Sound the horn, man.
No horn. Just come up with a safe word.
Isaac, over here. Isaac. Let's go.
How about Isaac Cordova, the dark horse of this thing? Blue belt coming in. Just unstoppable right
And
now.
your winner by fastest escape in overtime, Isaac Dovida Cordova. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear once again for those competitors. 8 minutes of savagery. No, this one's 10 minutes. Yeah.
The other one was 10.
Yeah. We're moving on to our final super fight of the evening. This will be a 10-minute bout with a possibility of 3 overtimes. Coming up first, straight out of the boiler room of 10th Planet Fullerton, aka the Dungeons of Grap. Here he is, Arthur the Nino Garcia. And his opponent, from Gracie, Jamaica, Gabriel Checo.
Which one's Garcia?
All right, guys. Mike Brown belt super fight. It's a 10-minute round. If there's no submission, we will go up to 3 PBI overtime. Up to
Couple of big boys coming in here.
Timer. Ready? Ready? Come back.
Let's go, Arthur.
Garcia with a quick little sprawl there. They'll test each other out on the feet for a second. I don't think either one of these guys is eager to get on the bottom of the other.
Probably not. They both look like they have strong top games. Checo looks to be slightly longer. Maybe if it does go, maybe he's a sneaky off his back.
Garcia really leading heavy with that front leg, and that offers up the single leg opportunity for Checo. And he's thinking about,
Oh, beautiful Kimura sweep
just
here.
going to say, he's thinking about that Kimura counter on the far side.
Yeah, sorry. What's your heart, Gabe? Gabe, if you want to take that. Gabe, what did you want? Triangle. Patient, you got time?
Art doing a good job when he brings that leg over and steps it into that far hip.
Yep.
That keeps him from getting flattened out and getting that Kimura reversed on him.
And he has to abandon it.
Yeah, great job. Great defense there by Checo.
Oh, he looked like he was trapping that ankle there for a second. Garcia had to turtle.
2 underhooks here for Checo. Let's see what kind of offense he turns it into.
Oh, he almost gator rolled him all the way over. Oh, look at there's that leg
Garcia-
attack.
And it's a leg lock battle now.
Oh,
Checo has the cleaner position initially. Let's see what he's able to do with it. He's thinking about this 50-50 heel
Yeah,
hook
they're
on
gonna
this
end up
other
bringing
side.
it-
And here he's going to get a good look at it. He's going to get the first look. The heel didn't expose during the roll, but here it exposes now. This 50-50 break when it comes on is very, very powerful.
Yes, it goes on quick. Garcia well aware as he rolled to buy himself some time.
Looking to expose the heel on the other side on his own. And he has an exposure here. Let's see if he can get his grip together.
He does. Checo needs to bury that ankle under his knee if he can.
Not quite the grip he wanted.
Now he's a little safer. Garcia trying to get out of that 50-50 lock.
Yeah.
Checo brings it back. He's in deep on this heel hook now. That's it.
Oh, wow. Powerful heel hook from Checo.
Oh. Heel hook went on quick.
We should probably take a little intermission.
On the combat, all right? 205 in the combat.
And our winner by inside heel hook, Gabriel Checo.
Eddie, 205 combat jiu-jitsu. I'm gonna show all these guys what it is for real.
How long?
I'm gonna take a please.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sin City Scrap would once again like to thank the Nerd Bar for hosting this illustrious event. Can I get a quick shout out for this place? Louder than that! Thank you. Can I get some nice loud round of applause for all of our competitors this evening? We're going to take a 10-minute intermission before moving on to the finals for our Purple Belt tournament. In the meantime, chat, I want to know who you think is going to win and how they're going to take it. We'll be back with you guys in 10 minutes.
do in San Diego that Richie Martinez puts on. That one's a really nice production too. And then I've done a bunch of like little local ones around the Southeast. I've done 3 MMA fights now, which is fun.
It's hard to like jump out of your seat.
I've never gotten to work with a situation where it's like one guy has the collar job and one guy has the play-by-play job. And I don't know where to.
Isaac and Pedro, let's go!
Isaac and Pedro, please come to the octagon.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I please get your attention to the center and only ring? We're going to start our finals, but first, I would like to announce that tomorrow at 1 p.m., 10th Planet Downtown will be hosting a donation-based no-gi jiu-jitsu seminar with the one, the only Brandon McCatherine, aka the commentator number 2. Twitch chat, are you ready? I want you to spam those comments. Who do you think will take it home? Will it be Pedro Serrano or Isaac Cordova? Let's find out, and let's introduce our competitors. First up, coming out of Gracie Barra Northridge, Pedro Serrano. You can do better than that, let me hear it. And from 10th Planet Irvine, Isaac Dovadog Cordova. This match is our finals. The winner will be the king of the Sin City Scrap. This will be a 10-minute bout with the possibility of 3 overtime rounds. But knowing these competitors, that's just not likely.
Time already, right? Or after all. Right, that's what I thought.
All right, we got a blue belt, worked his way all the way to the final, and Serrano sits guard right away.
Really couldn't ask for a better matchup than this for a final. I mean, both these guys just look really impressive today. Neither of them looks like they're willing to give an inch here.
I believe the heart of the people is with Cordova.
Right.
They like the underdog story in the chat.
That's right.
Oh, rolling Kimura attempt.
Dives in on that Kimura.
Leg.
Serrano very quick to pull his elbow to his hip to get it out of danger.
Hide your foot.
Good job with the inversion, and he turns it into an attempt of his own. That was slick, and
it was
closer than
closer.
Serrano thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
Closer than I thought it was going to be.
I think it even surprised Cordova that he got that deep on it.
This is a really interesting clash of styles because we've seen Cordova just come in like a mad dog in every minute of every round he's been in. Where Serrano very chill, and he's in on an inverted arm lock.
Oh, this is a deep arm lock. Oh, he got him. Wow, beautiful submission from Serrano.
What a way to end the tournament.
Wow,
Serrano is a G.
Very slick arm lock there from Serrano. Of course, no shame on the side of Cordova coming this far.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner, Pedro Serrano. Let's hear it for both of these competitors. Yeah, okay. The prodigy from Gracie Barra Northridge. Do you have anything to say to all of your fans here? Most importantly, Twitch chat.
Just thank you to my team, GB Northridge,
Oh, yeah.
for all the support, and everybody who supports me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. I'm sorry, Twitch chat. What was that? I almost couldn't hear you. You want more jiu-jitsu? Stick around. Make sure you follow our page. Make sure you follow the Nerd Bar because we will have a brown belt sub-only tournament Announcing soon and coming to you from the one and... Let us know if you're interested in competing or if any competitors. Thank you once again to our host, the Nerd Bar in downtown Las Vegas.
Yeah, Brandon. Hey, you got the mic? Oh, no, he's got it. Sorry. All right, I'm here with the finals winner, Pedro Serrano. Pedro, impressive performance today. 4 matches, all wins by submission. One thing Brandon and I were noticing as we were commentating the fights was how comfortable you looked in the leg lock exchanges. Is that something you train all the time?
Not, with the heel hooks, not really. I don't train with this a lot. I just train like mostly just like grappling, like guard and top game.
So
not much leg locks.
You consider yourself to be an all-around grappler, but I mean, you seemed really composed in those exchanges. The guys that you train with at your gym, are they constantly attacking legs?
A few guys attack legs a lot, and I think that helps it, but mostly no.
You just seemed like a really game today. What was your mindset coming into this, that you were going to look for submissions from a certain position, or you were going to take whatever they gave you?
Just look for the submission.
Perfect.
Just look for submission.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations again. Look forward to seeing you maybe at the next one or somewhere down the line. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, we got a surprise. Okay, I'm going to hand it over to the man from Toy Shack.
Yeah. No, it was an amazing event. Thanks for coming to Neonopolis. I just want to invite you down to Toy Shack downstairs. So go pick out whatever you want downstairs and take care of you, man. Thanks for coming.
Thank you
Love
so
to
much.
see you out here next time at Neonopolis and support this great event at the Nerd. Love you guys, man.
Thank you so much.
How about that? Surprise gifts. We appreciate everybody's support. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, everybody at home and tuning into the live chat. Again, congratulations, Pedro. Signing off from downtown Las Vegas.
Thank you.